Hello Warfighters, War is Hell. Welcome to the next episode of Arma 3 gameplay. This is going to be the Arma 3 Old Man campaign, and in the last episode I was able to go ahead and take out a CSAT radar installation on the island, which apparently did a lot to be able to help out Miller and CTRG. So now what I'm going to be doing is heading to one of the islands around Tanoa that CSAT has a firm hold of, and I'm going to destroy some AA on that island too. We'll see what kind of benefit I get from doing that. Now, along the way, because I figure once I get to that island, it's going to be a quick in and out. Since, again, CSAT has that island really locked down, I figure I'm going to be going up against some really tough enemy there. And like I said, in and out's going to be what the plan is. I definitely want to have some fun along the way, hence why I'm going to be moving up here to try and take out a checkpoint, if at all possible. I did get an APC a couple episodes ago, so I'm also thinking I just might move up, recon the checkpoint, see what it's like, then come back to my house, get the APC, and then head on out there. But of course, we'll see. Now I'm going down along this road, and it is slow going because with this truck, even the slight elevation is going to slow me down quite a bit. But I'm thinking that we might have a patrol up ahead, which I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, because in episodes, yep, we do have a patrol. I was gonna say in episodes past, I've seen patrols on these roads, and they are all walking the other way. I could try and run them over, but I think what I'm gonna do is try and take them out. Like if I can get them all in a line right here, oh, this is gonna be super easy. Except for the fact that I forgot to bring, like, some optics for my weapon. So I don't know how well this is actually going to go. I took out 3 of them there, so there's just one more around here. And looking at the GPS on the right side, I basically don't have a wanted level. So he doesn't even know that I'm here. Okay, he is coming back. Drop that guy. Awesome. I'm going to move up and see what I can get off of him. I've accumulated quite the stash. Like, I've got a ton of armor, like body armor, ammunition, weapons, clothing, just about everything that you would need. That was a whole separate patrol. That's not good. Okay, I really wish I would have recognized that. But I guess the one positive thing about taking out all of these guys is I should be able to get an optic here that I can use, so I'm not going with iron sights on my M14. I'm trying to decide what's the best way to approach this, because while I have been able to maintain stealth so far and not be spotted, that's definitely something that is not going to last. I am dressed as CSAT personnel, so I should be able to get, I think the range is like 18 meters I can get up to them before they start noticing me. So this guy on the left that's coming up on me right there, I'm going to back up, because I don't feel like that I could go up to that guy who was downed, be able to search, get what I need off of him in the amount of time that it would take for him to move up on me. It looks like there might be some other guys on the left of him too, and we've got police presence coming in. So I've avoided them. I let them basically walk past, got up on the hill behind me. So now let's see what I can get off of him. We're going to get a med kit, because you can never have too many med kits, except of course when you do and it bogs you down. But I didn't really see anything of use I could get off of him. Dang, I didn't mean to switch weapons, but you know what? I'll try and make this work. Get my mags back. Nothing in the bandolier that I could use. The only thing really was on his weapon once I picked it up. So we're gonna go to the Car 95. ACO is what he had. Let's see what this person has too. Oh, same thing. It's another officer, so I'll just grab the intel off of him. And maybe I'll grab his ACO. I mean, it's definitely far from ideal. The hope was that I was going to be going up to the checkpoint and, you know, have some high-powered optics and engage these guys from range, but I definitely can't do that because I totally forgot. And that's probably the biggest downside of me having the large amount of weapons that I have is I've kind of broken everything down. So when I go up to the box where I have everything stored, I basically pick and choose every component that I want. For whatever reason, I forgot optics. So, full disclosure there. I'm not trying to, like, pull something amazing here going full iron sights. I literally just forgot it. But I can't get out of here. I mean, I don't want to engage everybody else. They're just hovering around my truck. And remember, I cannot get that close to them. So I either have to sit here and wait, or I'm going to have to take these guys out. As you can see, I am very much outnumbered. You know, we've got the 3 CSAT guys right there. They're going to be moving away, so it's not so much them that I have to worry about. I wonder what the police are going to be doing, though. Okay, they're moving behind the truck. I may honestly be able to wait here. They're both going in opposite directions, so I could just get into the vehicle and get moving, except for the fact that the police figure it is time for them to end their patrol right at my truck. That's not good. This basically forces my hand. I'm going to have to try and take these guys down. As soon as I do that, though, or really start engaging them, and then they spot where I am and start firing back, I'm also going to have to worry about that CSAT patrol, too. So let's see. That's obviously 3 CSAT, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 police, potentially more. So I'm outnumbered 8-1 here. Oh, but he's got... I might not have to go back to base. He's got optics on his weapon. And I think he's actually using an M14 as well. This might work out pretty well. Well, we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. And by old-fashioned way, I mean... just try and go prone here and spray the area. I'm obviously not going to be too accurate with how I'm firing, but what I might be able to do, since I got CSAT out in the open, these guys I might be able to engage first. So let's drop this guy. Oh, one shot. Still, I am not spotted by him. They are completely oblivious to what is going on. I mean, they are in like an aggro type mode, but it's not me that they're looking for. Let's see if we can take this guy down with the RPG. Oh, see, now that triggers them. I really wonder what it was. Oh, I could go ahead and I could take this police vehicle, but I've got a lot of stuff inside of my truck that I do not want to lose. I brought a whole bunch of gear, not knowing necessarily what I would be going up against when I did get to that CSAT island. And I don't want to abandon. I mean, the good thing is with this game mode, you know it's going to stay there. And everything, you know, as far as inventory should remain there as well. So the vehicle and what's in it will be there over a number of days, but I don't know if I want to risk it. I mean, I'm already here. Now, the wanted level has kind of died down. I don't know if you guys have noticed this from previous videos, but the way that you can tell is the GPS that I've got on the right side of the map tells me the direction I'm looking, time, all that. Oh, man. I'm just picking these guys off. But no, it'll give you a different gradient of red. And so, like, right now, they figure something's wrong. They're trying to look for me. They can't find me. Once the gradient has disappeared, then I am back in the clear. But once it gets, like, a solid red, then you know that is, you know, kind of when I'm really being hunted by these guys. So right now, I don't see the gradient, so I feel like I'm good. Like, I could basically just walk right out of here. As long as I stayed, you know, more than that 18 meters away, I would be set. Okay, so for the guys that are remaining, I am going to have to try and stomp down the grass, but I'll back up a little bit. I think there is some elevation to the position that I have, and so I'll be able to look up over the grass. Here we go. Yeah, just going by this tree. That'll be ideal. Okay, we could drop these guys. I'm going to have to go for the chest. Never mind. Headshot worked. 2 more down. Seriously, these guys are dropping like flies. I am coming out of nowhere. I think that guy ragdolled too. Man, I love this weapon. I just wish I would have had the right optics for it. Is the only guy that we have left that one CSAT dude? Oh, now he sees me. After all that's gone on, finally I get spotted and engaged. Oh, and they're bringing in a chopper too. Man, these guys must really want me gone. If I stay in these trees, I think I'll be okay. Plus, the only time that I've really been spotted by a helo has been inside of a vehicle. So I'm not going to get into my truck yet, or that police truck, until my wanted level has died down. Okay, I've lost where the CSAT guy is. He obviously can see me, since you can hear the cracks of the bullets as they're flying nearby and hitting the tree in front of me. I'm going to have to scramble from tree to tree here, so I'm moving. Oh, perfect. I'll get behind this fallen tree. Get some cover. I'm just in a position where there's so much of this, you know, the forest or the jungle floor, I guess, and all the stuff that's around here makes it hard for me to look in that direction. So I'm going to have to actually start moving towards the road. Chances are he might actually be on the road. I know he was pretty close. I'll use the truck for cover. Peek around the right side. Oh, there he is, just standing up. Seriously, I just picked every single one of those guys off. While it obviously is not ideal to forget your optics, at least that turned out to be pretty cool. Okay, so I did end up getting back to my house. I got the optics, so I'm set now. What I've done is I have moved on to Georgetown. Really nothing had happened, so I actually fast traveled this time since I didn't want to necessarily have a run-in like that again. So one of the positions I had on the map a while ago was an objective to basically steal some money from some corrupt cops. And I marked that position knowing that there was some ammunition and things like that that I could use sometime in the future. And while it's probably going to be the case that I have set up all these, you know, potential contingencies, these locations that I can go to, you know, places where I have weapons stored and stuff like that, this one I am actually going to use. Now, you can see the environment has changed somewhat since the earlier clip, since we are in a much more foggier type of environment. I think it's going to make it more difficult for me. I've seen mixed things about whether or not fog and things like that impact how quickly the AI can spot you. So I'm hoping that it does work out, but here we go. It's that building that you just saw the marker nearby. I'm going to go through the cemetery here and try to see if I can sneak in. Because it was a police station, or it is a police station, I don't know if I have any cops that are nearby, and if I get into this area, that automatically flags them to start looking out for me. So I'm going to take the more stealthy approach. I genuinely hope that this is not foreshadowing me going through a cemetery to get to this objective. Okay, I'll just hop over this fence right here. And from this fence, I'll move inside. This is one of the things I'm actually kind of curious about too. Is whether or not that window is still open, and it is. I had a hard time trying to figure out how to get into this building, but I shot out the window, seeing that the doors were locked and everything. And it's good to see that even after saves and coming back a couple days later, that the window is still broken. All right, got everything. Perfect. So I've got the ammunition. This should be plenty for me to get onto that CSAT island. Now what I'm going to do is start moving here, and then I'm going to head to the docks. Now at the docks, I've got my boat, and I'll use that to be able to get onto the CSAT island. Oh, okay, good. Civilians. That worried me. But yeah, I've got a couple boats actually right here. One, I've got a police boat, which was pretty helpful. I think I've got my rebreather and everything in there in case I need to go scuba diving. But I was also able to steal an unmanned CSAT military boat. So it fires the 40mm grenades off of it. So it's thumping large rounds at the enemy. But as I was like testing it, right after I captured it, I noticed that for the gunner, if I'm stationary, like if I'm static on the water and not moving, the way that the boat moves actually makes it very difficult to aim that thing. Jeez, I cannot see anything over in this direction. I remember there being somebody at a guardhouse. This is nuts. This might be the thickest fog, at least in a vanilla type of environment that I have seen. And like played in too. Okay, there is that vehicle. I could try and take it. I mean, I've taken out a number of CSAT personnel inside of this base. Yep, there's that guy that I remember seeing. But he's got his back turned to me. So let me go ahead and see with this Tempest here if I can use it for cover to take this guy down. There we go, one shot. Okay, so it's a repair one. So if I move this out of the base, then I should have a much easier time being able to take it back to my house and use this down the road. Like if I do go to checkpoints and my APC gets hit and I could still drive it back, obviously I can use this Tempest to repair it. Now this character here is somebody who I want to grab some stuff off of, because with him, he's got the kind of uniform that I haven't grabbed yet. And so I generally don't know if like this urban type of camouflage that he has will come in handy down the line. It looks like his gear, really nothing too fancy. The NVGs that he has, I have something better. I mean, his weapon, nothing out of the ordinary there. I'm definitely equipped with something a little bit better, but we'll go ahead and drop his stuff in here and we'll keep moving. So I should just be able to go down to here and then, oh, there's my boat. Okay. I had parked it up next to one of the boats that are in the harbor, just so that way it wouldn't move, but it looks like it definitely did. So let's go ahead and mark this as the repair vehicle so I can come back to it in just a bit. We'll jump off, and then we will start the long swim over to the boat. See, there's my police boat, at least over there. Actually, let me take a look in a bit and see if I actually do have anything inside of that boat. Actually, you know what? Let's just get over to the island. I can check it on the way back. I really don't want to miss out on using this fog because I think this is going to be some good cover. You can see I've got an RPG sticking out of my back here. The idea is that I can use the fog to approach stealthily, take a shot at the AT, get it destroyed. If it takes two, obviously I should have some time to reload. And then pop out of there. So, in the boat, heading close to shore. I can't even see anything through thermals. So that's basically completely useless. I got 450 meters to go. I'll hop off and really start moving in the direction of where the AA is. It's marked on the map, so it should be kind of a straight shot. Especially with this fog, like I was saying. I mean, if it can help cover me as I make the approach, that'll allow me to move quickly, because I won't have to necessarily be too worried about where trees are or where a particular ditch is or defilade that I can move along. But here we are. I picked this spot on the map because it looked like it had a place for me to be able to put my boat. Looks like We've already got a speedboat here and then a boat prop. So, all right, I'm not going to get up on that thing. I just don't know if there is anybody inside of these little docks here. I'm worried about going through the middle. Nobody on the left. Staying down. Make sure I mark where my boat is, because I'm going to have to move the marker to a different position, more than likely. But yeah, didn't spot anybody. So I've got a chance to be able to move through the trees. When I was looking through the map, we do obviously have jungle that I can move in, but you can see there is also some open area that I'm going to have to go through as well. That's where I hope the fog will help me. But this 1.3 kilometer march that I'm going to have to make is not going to be easy. I'll actually just go ahead and skip through it, since I figure you don't want to sit here and watch me just walk it. Okay, so I've gotten quite a ways. I'm now at 550 left to go to the objective that I've got on the map. See, here's one of those openings. It looks like the fog might be starting to lift. And I think I've got plenty of time to be able to make it up the hill to where I need to go. Definitely does not seem as thick as it was before. And that might also be because of the elevation that I'm at now, too. I've kind of gotten uphill quite a bit. So I guess that makes sense. It would be thicker up at a higher elevation anyway. So maybe it's not really starting to decrease. Or it just all goes away. I'm lucky nobody's around here. Dang. Seriously, that just straight up disappeared. I've got a fire team moving that way. Luckily, their back is turned. Again, just nuts. I'm walking along and fog just, boom, gone. Okay, what do I got? All right, AT. That's nice to know. Just a regular Viper fire team. And an MG that is set up. I think if that detects me, it's going to just open up on me. So I'll have to remember that and stay the heck away from it too. Or at least come up on it from a direction where it can't spot me. Yep, I'm going to just mark this on the map. I might end up coming back. We'll see what damage I can do here. What I'm worried, and why I was specifically pointing out that guy had AT, is I really don't know if I'm going to be in a situation where I'm going to have a vehicle or something like that starting to come at me, and I'm going to have to use my RPG. But at least for now, I've got some more important things to take care of, specifically this AA position that is right up ahead of me, and I can now see it on the top of the hill. So I do have a good indication of the distance, since I have that marker basically right on it. So we're looking at 170, 180 meters. That fire team has now disappeared, I think. I mean, I see the autonomous weapon down there. I just don't see where that fire team is. Because, like, what I'm worried about... Oh, geez, that was bright. I totally forgot about that. But no, what I'm thinking is if I go up and I hit the launcher up there, and then I start falling back down the hill, now that I don't have fog to be able to cover me, are those guys going to spot me and then take me out pretty quickly? I guess rather than sitting here and just looking around, see if I can find where they're at, I probably should be taking this opportunity to move and take it out, since I've got an opening. I'm just worried that as soon as I come back, it's like, oh yeah, if I would have waited 5 more seconds, I would have been able to see that they were right along the route that I was planning to get out of here with. This is a pretty good position, obviously, for AA, but it's also a very good position for me to come up to try and attack it, because there is nobody that is looking down on this approach. I mean, I've got a lot of cover that I could take. I can go into this little defilade right here. And really nobody would be able to spot me except I think what is directly behind me. And who knows? I mean, I might have trees and stuff like that, which it looks like on the map I might have that as well. That kind of obscures my view. All right, now I'm going to get super close to it. And this wasn't necessarily my intention to get this close to it, but surefire way to get a good shot. Okay, got the RPG out now. 50 meters, so it'll be just a straight shot. I don't need to worry about really anything at all as far as aiming. Just put it right on the thing and then fire. Cool. It is down. Obviously, somebody has figured out that something is going wrong. Don't know what made you think that. I don't know if it was that RPG blowing up the AA, but we're set. You know what? I'm going to start falling back down the hill. So we're going to go ahead and end the mission right here. There's obviously going to be more of Old Man to come later on, so make sure you guys subscribe, hit the bell icon. If you guys made it all the way through, thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I just realized I have forgotten more rounds. And my backpack. My backpack held my rounds. Okay, so saying that I've forgotten two things today. If you watch this all the way through, in the comment section, go ahead and put the word forgetful, so that way I know you've watched this all the way through. Again, like the video, subscribe, bell icon. I think I might have said that already too. If you want to support me, Patreon is the best way to do it. That link is in the description below. And maybe it'll help support me. You guys are awesome, everybody who's helping me out there. But anyway, that's going to be it here for this episode. Thanks again for watching. War is hell. You don't have to worry because Warfighters, I've got your 6.